Hello everyone, this is the fourth tutorial in this series, where I want to show you how to make the background music for your game, not in stereo, but in Dolby Surround.
5.1. We use Adobe Audition for this.
So basically, I have never done background music for a game. For my previous game, I left the default one that comes with this city sample. My first game, the foundation, the base of this game is the city sample, and it has as default
this sound here. And I didn't change it.
Now this is what Epic Games gives us, all the sounds that are in their city sample. And I chose this sound, and I will put it in my next game, which I am making now. So right now this one is playing. I will replace it with this one in 5.1 and leave only it there. Well, to hear, so you can hear what sound is playing, I will run the simulation now. Right, we were making a roof. Now you'll hear, while you listen, playing in the background are city sounds. But now you hear, hopefully, the background music should start playing. Here, while we wait, I have already made these offices. Yes, I haven't filled them yet, only one. So far, I just made these boxes. With opening doors, well, the collision, I haven't made the door opening here yet, but they are separate doors. You can do this in the blueprint.
Listen, the background music just started. This music is exactly what I was telling you about.
You can make it 5-channel. The sound is playing in stereo right now. So I'm turning it off. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I've never done this before. I don't know how to do it. I will do this with my assistant. It is an artificial intelligence, Claude Code by Anthropic. So, by the way, it found very quickly, the exact path to this file, where these files are located. Otherwise, I'd be searching for, I don't know, a day.
Before I'd find which one is playing, because there's a very complex system here in this city sample.
Well, if you make your game outside of city sample, it will be easier for you, of course.
But still, it found all this for me quickly. I gave it some tasks on how to change it. Basically, I told it wrong, and it suggested the right way to do it.
If you have never worked with Claude Code, you must understand one thing. You control it.
Tell him you formulate the tasks for him to complete. But before doing that,
as soon as you tell it what to do, have it make a backup of this exact task.
I just had this happen once when we were making the first game with it.
And we deleted the collision from the previous building. Now I already know how to do it right.
We deleted the collision and something broke, and basically restoring the collision with Ctrl+Z failed. It didn't come back.
But I advise you always, when you finish your workday on your project, always make a copy of your project on another hard drive.
So you always have a copy. That's exactly what helped me this time.
I told it that I have a copy. I always make one, and it knows about it.
It's in its rules there, and it knows where it is located. I provided it the path and said my copy is always stored in this location.
And in literally a minute, it took that collision from there and pasted it here.
Otherwise, I would have completely broken my project and had to redo everything. Basically, I'd have lost a lot of time on all this.
But honestly, the AI helped me out so fast, and it literally took all together, like 2 minutes.
So I am warning you that you must always formulate tasks for the artificial intelligence correctly.
And always tell it to make a backup before any complex task.
And don't expect a miracle from it, like you just tell it to do this, but without explaining the details, and it won't do it for you.
So just to avoid having inflated expectations about working with artificial intelligence, you control it, and you must always formulate the task correctly. But for this, you need to know the engine well.
I work in both the engine and Houdini. I know them both well and know how to articulate it.
That's why everything works out so quickly for me. And that's how we work together with it.
All right, let's move on then. Now we need to right-click on this file, right? And over here, Action and Export.
We export, and here we have our Bilgent, and right here I will make a folder, just Sound. I'll name it Sound.
Let's do sounds.
Okay.
Okay, now we just go into it and type that. Then click Save. There we go, it's saved. Now we launch Adobe Audition, since that's the only way I know how to convert stereo to Dolby Surround. So we've got Audition open. Now let's go ahead and free up a little bit of space right here. And it is done just like this. Now double-click here in the empty space and go to our project where this file is, wherever we ended up saving it. There, right, and there. Okay, here, this file.
See, it's not very loud, yeah, so to speak.
For volume, just hover here, hold the left button, drag it a little, and set the volume to what you need.
Right, don't do it too much, so it doesn't clip up there. Right, Ctrl+S to save it now, okay? Now we need to handle this. It's playing in stereo, right? That means there is some kind of separation of audio elements.
And right here, you have the effects rack, right? Then there's Window, and you find Effects Rack right here. Click on it, and it will appear here.
So right here, we hover over here, click, and here we need to find, and there's Stereo Expander. We click. Right, and over here, Stereo Expand.
Right here, see, it defaults to 150.
Well, we can set it right here to say, well, 155. Basically, you should play around with these values yourself and see. This button is to turn it on. Like this, I just turned it off, right? This effect. When it's green, it means it's working right now. Here, if we click Home, press it on the keyboard, it goes to the start, and the L key to play. Well, you probably can't hear it since my microphone is on right now.
The K key is to stop.
The J key is to play backwards.
So these two keys are for play and stop, right? So around 155, well, just play around with these settings. Right, all done. Just close it. It appeared here, so it's applied.
Okay, now we need to do this thing.
Pay attention, right here. See? There is Show Spectral Frequency Display. Now if we click here, then see what appeared. This part at the bottom is all low frequencies, and we need to select these low frequencies.
The low frequencies are, notice here, this yellowish part right at the very bottom. That is all the low frequencies.
Well, roughly around here, along this line, it's roughly from about 700. You just left-click right here and drag and drop like this to the very end. And here you hover over it, see the arrow, and finish it up. so it's fully selected.
Notice this part at the top is where you can zoom.
If you, for example, do it like this now, right, you will zoom in and you might not select the whole audio file, specifically the frequencies you need.
So zoom out to see the whole file here and make sure to select just this area.
Now then, we simply press Ctrl+C to copy, right? And we go to File, New, right? And Audio File.
Okay, so here we name it. Let's just type bass.
This is for the low-frequency channel, if you have a subwoofer.
So bass, we set it not to stereo here, but to mono, right? We also leave it at 32, okay?
Now just hit Ctrl+V to paste here.
Right, and simply click on this icon again right here, and that's it. And it becomes a single-channel mono file for you.
There, and if you play it, you will hear that it's only low frequencies.
Right, and we need to save it. It needs to be saved right away with Save As.
Right, and this kind of window will pop up for you.
Right here. So we click, we head into our project folder, where it's located, yeah? Sounds. All right, and right here, you need to right-click, select New, and then type in, I think it's probably best to call it Dolby Surround.
Yes, we go in here, and here's the base, WAV, just so you know that all these files are exactly in this folder.
Right. You see, it's mono. The file's fine. Okay. We've saved it, and we have it now.
Right, excellent. Now we return, double-click, we return back here. What do we do now? Right, so now we need to make separate files of the left channel and the right channel. So right here, see there's the letter R, right? We press on it, it has now become deactivated for us.
And here we just press Ctrl+A, Ctrl+C
to copy. And again, we make a new file, an audio file, okay? Here, we call it left.
We type left.
Left, mono, right, and all this. Right, now just Ctrl+V to paste here.
And then Ctrl+Shift+S, that's to save, so you don't have to go there. You need to get used to hotkeys every time.
And it immediately remembers the path for you, see? And it just named the mono file for you. Done. You just need to click OK, right? Done, yeah?
And as usual, Ctrl+S saves the whole project.
Next, we return here, double-click.
Now we do the reverse. We click on L, deactivate it, click on R, activate it. Here, Ctrl+A, Ctrl+C. New, that's Ctrl+Shift+N.
So Ctrl+Shift+N, it just makes you
type right here. Okay. So mono, all good. Now Ctrl+V to paste here.
now Ctrl+Shift+S, meaning we save. It remembers everything. Done. You just need to click on OK.
Okay, we've created these channels now.
Right. I'll show you a trick. Like, let's say low frequencies, if, for example, they are not very audible in your file, right? Then you click, right? Go in here. We've already added this effect here, correct? And you click on the next one, and here is Filter and EQ. This one, right? Parametric Equalizer. And right here, now we will play this music, right? Notice, you see, right? And right here, we can increase it. Here are our low frequencies.
Up to 1K, right?
Basically, you can play around here and raise this one higher and listen to how it will be. And these ones, you can add these here. Basically, you turn it off to see how it is without it, how it is with it, and listen, right?
Basically done.
You applied it. Now, then you need to go here again, and here, then you need to select all this again in the same way.
Right? Our scale is full, and here from 700, you select it like this, right? Ctrl+C, you copy.
You go to your base, right? And here, Ctrl+A, Ctrl+V to paste.
Done. Now you have it already overwritten. You can make it a little louder. That's already up to your taste. However you want it all to be. Right Ctrl+S to save. Right, well, this file for us too, well, we basically don't need it anymore. Well, let it be saved. The effects, okay.
Right, so what do we need to do now? See, there's Multitrack, right? You click on this one, here, and here you have New Multitrack Session.
And then name it whatever you want to name it.
I'll do it. I'll name it Dolby Surround.
And right here, see, there is template. And here is just empty stereo session.
Here you need to select this, Surround Stem for Video Master. Good, that's it.
It's right here by default. See, it set the mix to 5.1, 24, well, that doesn't matter. This here. And folder, right, sorry, wrong place. I need to point it.
A moment, right. Documents, we have it on drive D.
Here, straight into sound, right here. This save folder, right and OK.
No, then we don't need this. It already exists. It says, right? Sound. Then in here into Dolby Surround, we go right in here so it doesn't complain, or else it says it already exists. Okay, now it created it for us, right?
So now notice here, see this little icon? And here is a blue dot.
This is left front. That is where your speaker is located, over there.
This is right front, that's where it's located over there. This is the center speaker, here it is.
Right, and LFE, this is your subwoofer.
This is left, right. Right, I forgot to do it for the center channel. I haven't done this in a long time.
For the center channel, we need to, we go to this, our right. Here we go, right?
And here, just right-click, and here we do Convert Sample Type.
All right, so we hit this, and it's going to turn this stereo file into just a single mono one for us. Okay.
Right, here, so the same source, everything is fine here. Right, and here we need to, right here at channels, look, there is channels, and here we need to enable mono.
Deep. Desk is the same. Let's keep it, it doesn't matter. And advanced here, yes. Everything looks fine. Okay, click OK. It created a mono file, merging them. This is for the center channel.
Right, and that's it. So we will, even though we have it, we overwrote that file, but we will resave it. So for this, we need to press Ctrl+Shift+S, right? And here we'll name it Center. Okay. Well, all this can actually be removed to keep it tidy, and in sounds, we aren't saving in sounds, but in Dolby Surround, right? In here.
See here we have these channels, which is save. Okay, and mono here? Yeah, it's 16-bit. Okay, that doesn't matter. All right, sounds good. So we're going back into Dolby Surround over here, and here is the left front. Left front, we have the left channel, right? So we'll just put it right here, like this.
We can scale this one up so we can actually see where it is. Now the right.
The right channel goes here.
Okay, we just did the center channel. Here it is. Right here. we have the LFE, which is the bass, right? Okay.
Now the left surround, where you see this little dot right here.
I always do this. I make a crossover so it ends up sounding a bit more immersive.
Well, at least that's how I hear it. Maybe you won't like the sound of it, in which case you just drop the left channel right in here.
But I drop the right into the left channel. First pan right to the left channel.
And into the right channel, I drop the left. That's all there is to it.
Now simply, if you go ahead and play it back, it is going to sound completely different.
So here you have all of these channels.
If you have a sound system, you'll hear the difference between stereo, when you played that previous file of ours, right, and this specific file. You will simply hear that difference.
So, I basically never did it like this. I never saved it as a separate file. I only ever needed this for Premiere Pro, right? I'll just show you how I have this Premiere Pro set up right now, yeah? I'll just show you how I did it, and that's it.
So, first I created a sequence, right? Well, the sequencer, named it, selected the presets I needed here, or set it up myself right here in the settings, right, what goes where and how.
Here, and right here are the tracks, right? First, select the 5.1 mix here. You select 5.1. Right.
As for these channels, you can just delete them. Simply click the minus sign and they are all deleted.
There, check the box here and set this to 5.1 instead of mono. So, well, basically that is about it.
So, you just go ahead and click OK, right? And you've created it.
Okay, and now you go into Audition. Okay, go to File, then Export, and select Export to Adobe Premiere.
You click it, and here's where to save it. Well, I have basically already routed it.
Right here. I already tried this since I remembered how to do it, yeah. Now click Save. And if you want each channel separate, leave this option enabled.
If you want to make it into one, a mixdown, kind of like a single track, then you choose this 5.1 file. Okay?
Select Open, or if it isn't, choose Open in Adobe Premiere. Then just Export.
And it tells me that you already have it. Want to overwrite? And I tell it, yes, let's overwrite.
He just opens Adobe Premiere, right? And here it asks, do you want to create a new file or use an existing one? So just tell it it's an audio file.
Or you can just make a new file. That's really no problem here, okay?
Here, it dropped it in for you, and see, it labeled it for you as 5.1 Dolby Surround.
The fact it's just mono here doesn't mean a thing.
Simply put, right here, take a look. You see, here is this WAV file, right? If you just right-click on it to verify under Media File Properties, okay? And right over here, you'll see all of it. That here, the source, the file, everything, all of this stuff is clearly listed for you here.
The format, the channel count, basically. That is how it all works.
And that's it. Now you can see this file, where it's saved, and what it's called. Here is what it's called, and here is its location, this path.
Okay, that's it. So now we know where it's located. Then just into the engine, simply import it right into this folder. Just import.
Okay, I don't have it here. I have it in Sounds.
This is Dolby Surround, right? It says it's right here. We go in, and here's the file. There it is. So just click Import.
And right here, you see, if you notice 2 channels earlier, then here you can clearly see that it's Dolby Surround, and then you can just play it.
How does this sound? And it's exactly the same as the one we imported. Makes sense, right, how all of this works? Well, you can open it. Let's open it. I have never actually opened it here.
And here you actually have the settings, where, what, and how to adjust things. Basically, everything's pretty clear here. You'll just have to figure this part out yourselves.
Actually, I have never even inserted it yet. So that is still ahead for me, but I will get it done using Claude Code.
I simply showed you how to create Dolby Surround sound out of stereo, so you could have it in your game, and so those who play your game,
if they happen to have a 5.1 sound system, they will hear exactly this, not the stereo version.
That plays through a Dolby Surround sound system, but rather this original Dolby Surround sound that you've just created. Thanks for watching. Good luck, everyone.